28. Brooks checks in. Blackburn checks out. 19 fouls on Lebanon, so the double bonus for White County from this point forward. Only 6 on Sparta, so the next one on them will put Lebanon in the 1-and-1. Daniels' second toss up, rolls around, no good. There's London Eli with the rebound, and Eastlis all over her, no call. She'll swing it over to Marshall. Here comes Lebanon, all tied at 28, 2:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Boy, this one has tightened up with the quickness. Coggins left side to Marshall. They're trying to go down low, but Randolph and Eastlis have London Eli trapped. Here's Coggins on the right wing. Randolph jumps out on her, back to Brooks. And that 2-3 has really worked well.
It has, Marvin. Lately, earlier, we talked about where they had come out to guard our guards. They've backed off of them again.
Marshall from the left elbow, and it's good. Boy, that barely rippled the net. Big basket for Ebony Marshall. Lebanon back up by 2, 30-28.
That's her first 2 of the night, and they came in a great time.
Boy, didn't they, though. Here's Daniels working around on Brooks. Brooks playing with those 4 fouls. 3 of those here in the second half. Here's Roberts, hands off to Cash. Cash nowhere to go, gets a high screen from Eastlis, works her way around. Kicks in the corner to Daniels, cut off by Marshall. They're trying to go to Randolph. They get it to her. She spins. Short jumper deflected by London Eli. And Brooks comes away with it. She'll go way up ahead to Iceland Eli. Saves it in bounds, but nobody there with White County players. My goodness. Here's Cash in the corner to Roberts for 3. Bounces around, no good. Long rebound in the corner to Randolph. Back to Daniels, and it's still 30-28. A lot of action here in the last 60 seconds.
Little standing by Lebanon there on the long rebound. Nobody went after it. Native Sparta went and got it.
Oh, and backside look over to Roberts. She's on the baseline, cut off by Marshall. Kicks to Eastlis. Far side to Daniel. A minute to go. And if I was White County, I might just hold for the last shot.
Or take a timeout.
He doesn't seem to mind calling them, does he? Boy, and they had a give and go. Daniels was open, but
at her back door.
Couldn't pull the trigger. Here's Roberts out high. Guarded by Marshall. She drives down the baseline to Randolph. Kicks over to Daniels. Back to Randolph in the corner. 35 seconds to go. Down low to Eastlis. Over Coggins. No good. Eastlis over the back. No call, and puts it in. My goodness. White County with an offensive rebound that time went right over the back of Shea Coggins. Put back is good. We're all tied at 30.
As my old boy Jason Welch would say, or buddy, not boy, but buddy, I do smell a little free basketball right here.
I believe so, too.
Marshall hit that 2 a while ago, her first of the night, and she's normally pretty streaky. When she hits that first one, she's good for another one. So I look for her to get the ball right here maybe and do something off of a drive.
Something else good to see. This place is filling up, folks, with a quickness. Across the timeline, here's Lebanon. Jasmine Brooks works out high. 22 seconds and counting, all tied at 30. She'll work out high, and jumping out there is Ashley Page, left wing to Marshall. Back to Brooks, gets a screen from Iceland. Nowhere to go, goes to London Eli high. They go back door, and it's knocked out of bounds, turned it back over to White County. So with 6.5 seconds to go, White County with the chance to win it before the end of regulation. Full court pressure by Lebanon. Timeout, Brian Haley for White County will take it. 6.5 seconds to go, all tied at 30. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on FM 98.9 AM 1490. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Ball game, 30 points in a game, 11 and 18 turnovers, Sparta 7. There's a difference right there, and making us play their tempo.
Well, here we go. 6.5 seconds to go. Delaney inbounds, gets it to Cash at half court. 4.5. Oh, and she loses it. Call timeout. And they finally get it. My goodness, Coach Brown wanted a timeout with about 4 seconds to go. Great defense that time. White County wanted a foul, didn't get it. It'll be Lebanon ball with 1.7 to go. 30-30, all tied up, back in 30 seconds. I think it was a good no call right there at half court. But nonetheless, the Blue Devilettes a chance to pull it out here. Coggins set to pull the trigger right in front of the scorer's table. Jasmine Brooks, Ebony Marshall, London Eli, Iceland Eli, and Shea Coggins set to inbounds. Brooks pops out high, 2.3 to go. Brooks will take a long 3. Ooh, and it's off the backboard, no good. So we've got some free basketball, all tied at 30. Let's send it back to the studio. We do want to thank our sponsors tonight, though. And I got to tell you, folks, this has been everything as advertised. But be sure and let A.G. and Johnson, Ebony Marshall, London Eli, Iceland Eli, Shea Coggins set to start the second half. And I can tell you, ball's in the air, controlled by Lebanon. Here comes Brooks across the timeline. She's guarded by Roberts. Right side to Iceland. Gets it down low to London between the double team. And knocked out of bounds, thankfully so, and lost in there by Randolph. December 5th, lost 70-69. So I tell you, this has really been interesting here tonight. Out high, here's Ebony Marshall. Left side to Coggins, trying to go into Iceland. Back to Marshall. Ball fake, she'll take it. Dish it to Brooks for three. In and out, no good. Backside rebound, Whitney Randolph and Iceland. Eli had her tied up. What do you got to do to get a jump ball? My goodness, here's Cash on the right wing. Cut off by Brooks. Entry pass to Eastless in front of Lyndon Eli. She blocks it. Taken away by Ebony Marshall. Boy, Lyndon Eli has been a stone wall inside. Marshall out high, right wing to Brooks. She'll kick it over to herself.
My mic was on. I was just doing a little
I was checking there.
Sorry.
I was like, what in the world? It's fallen silent.
Little quick shot there, I thought, by Sparta, because earlier they played as Lebanon turns it over again.
Ooh, Roberts with the takeaway. Here comes Sparta. Left wing to Randolph. She walks, no call. My goodness. Here's Roberts down the baseline to Cash. She's got a clear lane underneath. A wild running shot, no good. Marshall has it, and they're going to call a foul. And it's either going to be Randolph or Page. That might have been a makeup.
Could have been a makeup there. Not for sure. It's on. London there bothered me a little bit with her knee or something. Kind of stumbling a little bit. I hope she's okay. But that foul there was on Randolph. That's going to be her first, of course, in the team's 7th. As Marshall goes to the line. She hasn't been to the line all night.
Marshall's first toss, no good. Rebound by Randolph, kind of a strange. Oh, Marshall with the step in and takes it away. Kicks it back to Brooks. Brooks running jumper in the lane. No good, too strong. And over the back was Randolph. Boy, and Shay Coggins is hurt. She came down really awkwardly on that left leg, and the officials have called a foul on Lebanon. As Justin McKinney goes out, Shay Coggins in a bit of pain. Injury timeout. We'll take it with them. All tied at 30. 2:39 to go into overtime. Back to the station for 30-second break.
And Randolph is at the line to shoot 2. Is that right, Mara?
She'll have 2. The double bonus for Sparta from this point forward. Her first shot is up and good. So White County with their second lead of the night and comes at a big time as they take the initial points here in overtime and lead at 31-30. And Coach Brown's come off with the jacket.
Well, this took overtime to get it out of him.
Randolph nails the second one, so 2 free throws by Whitney Randolph. She'll go to the bench, and back comes Delaney.
She has 4 points on the night, but 2 of those are big.
And a 1-2-1-1 full court pressure this time by White County. They trap Brooks over in the corner and has it knocked away. Boy, and that was almost a huge turnover, and it could have gone either way.
Yes. It was good trap out of Sparta there, and Brooks tried to throw out of it and almost got deflected off her own body.
Brooks trapped in the corner across to Marshall. The 10-second count is on. Marshall will weave her way up the left side all the way in the front court. Cut off by Roberts. Bumped, no call. Somehow gets it out of there to Brooks. Brooks between 3 players, and they're going to call Page. Ashley Page on a reach in that time as Brooks tried to work her way back to the top of the key.
That's her second, the team 8th, and Brooks will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. She's 1 of 1 on the night so far.
Boy, and these are huge for Lebanon.
Yeah, 10 points so far for Brooks tonight.
Every point crucial. Brooks' first toss up and good. So Jasmine nails the front end. She'll have the bonus. 32-31 with 2:21 to go here in overtime. Glad you guys could tune in. If you're expecting the boys game, it'll be a little bit delayed. Second toss bounces around. It doesn't go, but Iceland Eli with the rebound and putback. So a 3-point trip by Lebanon puts them back ahead. 33-32, timeout Lebanon. We'll take it with them. 2:16 to go here in overtime. Lebanon leads White County 33-32. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Free throw by Jasmine Brooks.
It was, as Tick Bryan said, that could have happened any better.